Good morning, my dear students. In today's class, in the chapter Mathematical Tools, we are going to discuss the trigonometry basics. As the name itself suggests, trigonometry. It's like a study of the triangles, how the sides and the angles are related. And it's one of the very important branch of the mathematics, which will deal with specifically the triangles, how the sides and angles are related. After that, we'll go for the exploration of the trigonometry. Like how do the trigonometric functions will further going to help us a lot in describing most of the physical quantities. We do have plenty of chapters which will revolve around this the ideas of trigonometry. So in today's class, what I'll be just focusing is like, what do you mean by like sine theta, cos theta, tan theta? What is the meaning of that? Then identities, then sin x graph, cos x graph, tan x graph, then sine of compound angles, then trigonometric identities. All this will try to explore. It is again, once again, I'm reminding, it is not like a mathematics. In mathematics, what you learn trigonometry, just only the basics is what we are just going to teach for students. Don't expect something, the total trigonometry, not possible within limited time. Just like, what do you mean by sine theta, cos theta, tan theta, the trigonometric identities, and what is the meaning of that, we'll try to explore. Okay, fine, kids. Okay, let me start the class. So what we are studying is the trigonometry, basics of the trigonometry. Already, so most of you might have come across these things in the high school. So those things we are going to explore again. No, let me define first the angle measurement. So what is that angle? So usually the symbol for angle is theta, phi, or alpha. Some other thing. The universal symbol is what we use is the theta. The thing. So we are just define what do you mean by angle. Angle is the measurement of the revolution of a line about a point. What does it mean? What does it signify? About a point. So let me take this as the reference, and I'm going to rotate this. So look at that angle made by this particular arrow. That arrow is a line. So as I'm going to rotate about a point. So what is the point? Where is the point? This O is a point. About this point, and this particular, this arrow is a line which I'm going to rotate. This arrow is a line which I'm going to rotate. Let me come once again. You can see this. So earlier what was, it was along that reference line. Now it starts rotating, no? Revolution of a line about a point. It's just revolving. So I'm going to rotate it. So how much it got rotated? 360 degrees. So like this, the angular measurement will be made. Then after this, so this is what we say, the theta. Then after this, what is any, we can measure this angle clockwise or anti-clockwise. Suppose like if there's an arrow is there, or the reference line, I'm going to rotate it. I'm going to rotate in counterclockwise, and we do take this as 0 degrees, the x-axis. Sir, how you can take that x-axis 0 degrees? So I think if you go back to the geometry, so I think everyone, most of you, or everyone might have come across the protractor. The protractor, we do have the reference things here. No? This will be 0 degrees. This will be written as 180. This will be 90. And these are the other reference angles. And we show by that certain lines. So those angles will be between, here these angles will be between 0 and 90. This will be 90 and 180. Will I agree this? So this is what 0 we define. So here is what I'm defining, the positive x-axis. Let this be 0 degrees. this be 90 degrees, 180, 270. This angle counterclockwise angular measurement is what we take it positive. So what is the angular measurement? This is counterclockwise. Counterclockwise angle measurement. So here, look at this. So how that arrow, it is rotating anti-clockwise, no? So counterclockwise, what we call. So now 90. Again, 120, 130, 150, 170, now 180, 190, 200, 210, 240, 250, 260, 270. Then 280, 290, 300, 310, 320, 3, finally 360 degrees. So again, you rotate like this, the angle you have to keep on at. Okay, this angular measurement is what we call it as positive. Now, similarly, if I rotate in this way, this theta has to be taken negative. This theta, this angular measurement has to be taken negative. Then this will become minus 90, minus 180, then minus 270. So what are the, I think let me change. These values will be minus 90, minus 180, minus of 270 degrees. So let me show that rotation. Now, where is that line? Reference line is along 0 degrees. So I'm going to rotate it. Now minus 0, minus 10, minus 20, minus 30, minus 40, minus 90. Then similarly 110, 120, 150, minus 180. Minus 170, sorry, 190, 200, 210, 250, minus 270, minus 290, 300, 340, finally 360. So the angle you can measure clockwise or counterclockwise. So this will become clockwise angular measurement. Let me this one. Now this is the reference line. There's a reference line. Okay, and there's a particular angle made by the line which is rotating about a point. Now you see this. So what is the angle finally? So it is making angle how much? 30 degrees. Earlier it was 0. I will rotate this by an angle how much? 30 degrees. So how much it got rotated? Plus 30 degree, you have to write it. Able to understand this one? And for angular measurement, what we do? What is the reference? The reference is taken as 0 degree line. So this particular line, it got rotated by 30 degrees is what we do express like that. What is the unit for angle? Units will be radians or degrees. And 2 pi, and how these two are related? 2 pi radians equal to 360 degrees. So there's one thing you remember it. Like this, we can convert 1 radian how much or 1 degree into radians. We can do conversion using this particular equation relationship. We'll go for this one. So now look at this 2 arrows here. Now this particular thing, it is here. So the particular line is along 0 degree line. So I rotate it by 55 degrees. So how much it is now? Minus 55 degrees, you have to write it. Then this is along 0 degrees. So I'm going to rotate it. So how much it is now? It has become now plus 30 degrees. The angular measurement counterclockwise positive, clockwise should be negative. So in this way, we express that angle. And this is what the theta equals 0 degree line, the reference line, very important for us. Then now let's draw a triangle. Then I think everyone knows it's a triangle which will have 3 sides and 3 angles. These are, let me define this is theta. The first will define sine of that angle theta. So what is this theta? Angle made by the hypotenuse with the reference theta equals 0 degree line. So this side is called as adjacent. This is called like a opposite. Opposite to that angle is what we call opposite. This is hypotenuse. This is adjacent. Adjacent to that reference line. This is exactly, this side is opposite to that angle theta. We'll call this as opposite side. This is hypotenuse. Like this, we give a name for these three sides. Triangle will have three sides, so the three sides are given some name. So can this be hypotenuse? So if you define this theta, this will become opposite, this will be adjacent, this will be hypotenuse. No, just focus on this. Later on, I'll show other different triangles. And then we define the sine of angle theta is defined as opposite by hypotenuse. What is opposite? MP. What is the hypotenuse? OP. What is cos theta? Adjacent by hypotenuse. Cos theta. Cosine theta actually it is. In short, we'll call cos theta. Sine theta. In short, we'll write sine theta. Tangent theta. Tan theta. Why tangent? That's something tangent you brought it. So look at this side. Suppose say this particular line OM. It was along theta equals 0. Now I'm going to rotate. No, it's going to be rotated. So as I rotate, it has come here. And look at that now, that hypotenuse will become tangent to that line. So that's why it is defined as tangent. I'm just giving some general explanation. So more math teacher will really explore the in-depth about the trigonometry. Just the awareness is what I'm trying to create here. Don't scold me. That's like you are teaching some very general things. A general idea of trigonometry is what we needed in physics. Let me see. Okay, tangent of theta, or in short, we'll call it as tan theta. Look at this cos theta, sine theta, tan theta. What are the values? This will be theta. Theta will be for time being. We are going to measure it in radians. No, we'll define first sine theta, opposite by hypotenuse. So MP by OP. Cos theta, adjacent by hypotenuse. OM by OP. Tan theta, MP by OM, opposite by adjacent. Opposite by adjacent. So MP by OM. We'll define this set. So now you can ask questions, sir, what actually you're doing? I'm trying to get the relationship between the sides and this angle theta. This is for right angle triangle only, it is being defined. What if it is not right angle triangle? We'll see later. So for a right angle triangle, so what is OMP is a right angle triangle. For right angle triangle, how the sides and angle theta are related. So that's what we have defined these things. These are the terms. Okay, fine. Okay, no, sir, like still, sir, we are not understanding what is actually sine theta, MP by OP. Can you further, or is it always that opposite should be vertical? So we can draw a triangle like anything. No, the triangle means it should not be of. Let me try. I have any triangles? Yeah. If the triangle is like this. There's a totally different thing. So different types of triangles can be there. So that right angle triangle only. So here we'll define this is theta. In that case, this will become opposite. This will become adjacent. Theta equal to 0 degree line. This is actually the idea. This line will become theta equal to 0 degrees. A side which will be along theta equals 0 degrees will become adjacent. Or a side which is perpendicular to the perpendicular theta equals 0 degree line, we'll call that as opposite. Then this will become hypotenuse. Just it's a orientation of triangle. Triangle can be anything, no? Sir, I will now define like this. What do you say this? Sir, I'll call this is theta. Okay, no problem. No, this is the theta equal to 0 degree line. This is theta, so this will be opposite. Adjacent. hypotenuse. It's not that adjacent should be vertical, adjacent should be the orientation. Sometimes you may get some arbitrary position. Look at now how the orientation is totally a little bit different. So this is the 90 degrees. This is theta. So how is the, so none of the sides are something vertical or horizontal. No? In that case, this will be opposite. This is theta equal to 0 degree line, no? The arrow. This is adjacent hypotenuse. It's nothing called, okay, there should not be, only it should be right angle triangle. That's all. Then we are able to define. This is totally, so that what is this this trigonometry? It's basically deals with the relation between the sides and the angle. That is what we are trying to explore here. So still the meaning of sine theta, what actually it is, like, okay, we are able to serve, we know theta, we know that one, but sine theta, you're writing MP by OP. Then how do the value of sine theta will change? Is there any particular value? Because theta can be, so let's come for this one. So I do change this theta as a very theta. So anything will happen to the side, these things, anything will happen to the triangle. All these questions are there. So here, these things will just try to analyze graphically. Maximum, I will try to help with a graph. This is a reference triangle will take. So the triangle can be it can be anything, no? The triangle can be anything. So I'm putting a triangle like this. Okay, you can see no. This is, you can see clearly. Here is what I brought the triangle. So this is what the theta. This is what theta equal to 0 degree line, 90 degree, and it's a right angle triangle. This is what the X you call it. This is Y, this will call R. So that Y is what the height of the triangle, what we say. And what is how that height of triangle is related to the radius and theta? Very simple. We'll take help of this sine theta. I think the symbols what we defined here. See, we are not bothered about, we are bothered about like how to use it. I'm not bothered about the definition, formulas, everything, how to use it. I want to find out the height of the triangle. For that, what I know the hypotenuse, I know the theta. Very simple. So what is y I should call here? Y I'm going to call it as that. If you want to call opposite side, I'll call it as the height of the triangle. And what is x? X is called as base of triangle. Then here MP will become y. Then OM will become x. I want to find out the height of the triangle. So I'm going to take help of this sine theta. Sine theta is what? MP by OP. What is M? Y. What is OP? R. I got it. I know value of R. I know what is theta. I'll get the height of the triangle. No? Are you getting the basic essence, like essence of this? I want the base of the triangle. What is the value of X? But then here I'll go for the cos theta. Cos theta is what? OM by OP. This is what the base. Then X equal to R cos theta. If I know one, so what actually here? I know this side. I know this side. I know this angle. I'm able to predict the other two sides of triangle. Are you able to get this, the methodology? Like, I know this side, this hypotenuse. So whatever you call hypotenuse, I know this R. One of the side I know this theta. Can I bring the other two sides? That's what I'm trying to do here. Fine. No. So there's a basicness. First, it was brought for these purposes. Later on, we are going for exploration and we explore things like anything. No. So here, next primary question. As we rotate, let me bring here. Okay, this curve, sines, everything. I'll come to this one. So let me take the same what we did. Let's do that circle and let's analyze further. Let's explore further. So what we are going to do now, we are going to explore this. Let me put it in a proper position. Yeah. I'll try my level best to put in, to express things based on the diagram, so that rather than mere dumping the formulas, let's get into the triangle. So you just do make observation of this triangle very beautifully. Oh, what is this? I want the right angle triangle. No. So you see this earlier it is here, no? No. I'll keep on increase the height of the triangle. So are you noticing something? Look at the height of the triangle. Earlier it was some lowest value. I think I can't show more than this. There's a limitation from this one. So what I do is like I will rotate. So what we are going to rotate, this line I'm going to rotate now. The radius vector is what I'm going to rotate. Look at the height of the triangle. Theta is varying and the height of the triangle also vary, no? We can't. So till here I'm able to. So I think the best thing, this much is what I have. I don't have a high-end graphics. Let me draw this. Now you can see again. So here almost it is this one, zero will assume. So I'm going to rotate the hypotenuse. No? As I rotate hypotenuse, the y value, the height of the triangle is going to vary. And now when the hypotenuse almost touches the y-axis, what is the height of the triangle? Will become equal to radius of the circle. This is what happens. Again, we can do like this. I'll come to later on that one. So this is what actually we should try to learn. We should try to understand. So as you rotate that vector, I'll show by arrow, at least I know, as I rotate. So what is the height? Height is here. I'll indicate by dotted line. For various values of this, you try to notice. So earlier, this is the height. So we will. I'm just trying to show things graphically. Let's debate, so that you'll come to know what actually you are studying this one. Position of arrow. So earlier it is here. Now what is the height of the triangle? This will be the height of the triangle. Okay, clear this. Okay, now. So again, I'll rotate the arrow. Now, what is the height of the triangle? This will be the height of the triangle. Able to understand? So what is this? This is that line which is rotating, and this is what we define it. We define this as theta. As it rotates, as I rotate that particular line, so there what happens, we do get a triangle. And look at the height of the triangle. It is going to vary. Its height is going to vary. It is going to vary in one specific order. That is what we are trying to express here. Again, you see this one. Now, what is the height of the triangle? Equal to radius of circle. Then what is the height of the triangle? Again, it start decreasing. So let you concentrate on that dotted lines, what I'm putting. Now, this is the height of the triangle. Now, it starts increasing, no? The height of the triangle, it starts increasing. It starts increasing. As theta increases, it starts increasing. Now it has become maximum. Then again, it starts decreasing, the height of the triangle. You see the dotted lines. Again, I brought it. Again, it starts decreasing. Now, again, it becomes 0. The height of the triangle now will become negative. We are going to measure that along negative axis. The dotted line, you can see, that will become height of the triangle. Again. So you can see the height of the triangle is negative. So, sir, which one is height of the triangle? You're saying this is the height of the triangle now. Earlier, when this arrow was here, this height of triangle. When this line was here, this height of triangle. So as it rotates, the height of the triangle increases, becomes maximum when theta 90 degrees. Again decreases. And it becomes 0 when theta is 180. I think these are the angles what we have. 90, 0, 180. And this is 270 degrees. Okay, now you see again the height of the triangle. It's a negative value, start decreasing, and finally it becomes 0. So as this line rotates to one complete circle, what will happen to the height of the triangle? So where is the triangle? I'm not seeing. I think the triangle is what you should imagine like this here. There's a triangle. And this dotted line represents height of the triangle. This will become base. I'm bothered about the height of the triangle. So this height of the triangle, it is going to vary in one specific order. That is what we are going to express now. As you vary theta, what will happen to the height of the triangle? How do it will vary? So here, let's get into our calculation part. So this is the y, shall we write it? And with theta, we are trying to plot. Okay, and what is this maximum value is r. Now y is equal to, we are plotting r sine theta, or y equal to r sine theta. Let me take r equal to 1, so that it will be easy for you to analyze. 1 unit, I'll write it, centimeter or whatever be that, r equal to 1 unit. No, what is y? Y equals sine theta. How do this graph, how do it will vary? So if I don't want to draw a curve and say, okay, this is the sine. Why the sine curve will be like this is what we are trying to give it some specific reason. Okay, these are the points: 90, 180, 270, 360. So the response of the curve will be if further rotate, it's continue. Okay, the dotted lines, what I was insisting, so that they are here. This height of the triangle. They are not for decoration. So, and what is the x-axis you are taking? That there's a theta. You can write 90 degrees. This is 180, 270, 360 degrees. So what is y-axis is the height of the triangle. So how y varies with, as you vary theta, what will happen to that height of the triangle is what we are showing, that one. That we are putting graphically. So how come theta equal 90 degree, it will become equal to 1. So what is the value of, like what is the value? So I'm going to indicate there's a 1. This will be -1. How come you write this as negative? So come for here. So if you take this as positive, height means you're going to measure the anything vertically up, positive y-axis will be positive, the value, and any quantity you measure on negative y-axis should be negative, and r equal to 1 meter. So therefore this will be negative. Able to analyze. So as you rotate this, as you rotate this particular line, the height of the triangle is going to vary. How that height of the triangle varies with theta is what we are representing that particular curve. That is what we call the test sine curve. What is the expression for height of the triangle? Height of the triangle is given by this one. No, you see that how it varies, sine of angle theta. So how we explore this? Y equal to sine theta. What do you mean by that? What is this? Height of the triangle. This is the theta. Angle theta. So as you vary theta, how that height of the triangle, it varies sinusoidally. That the curve response will be of this kind. Able to understand? Now, similarly, I'm interested in the base of a triangle. Let's see that how base of triangle will vary. So to get the base of triangle, let me indicate this distance as x. I think this was the base of triangle. No? So here, how we define cos theta x by r, x equal to r cos theta. This x will become now the base of triangle. Let me vary and let me put r equal to 1. So in that case, x equal to cos theta is what I wrote the expression. Let's see again. So here x of theta is what I should plot the graph. This is what I think the meaning of this y only it will be of that particular thing. So we can give this is one specific reason. This is 90, 180, 270, 360 degrees. The value is +1, -1. So again, what is the methodology here? Take in this way. No, this direction, any measurement you do along positive x-axis should be positive. Any measurement you do along negative x-axis should be negative. So x measured along this direction should be positive. X measured along this direction should be negative. Now instead of height, I'm asking you to look at the base. So I'll bring another dotted lines. The red color. Will use some fluorescent. Yeah. Some other opposite. So some maroon color is, so look at this. For different positions, the value of x is going to change. So earlier it was here, now it will be here. So now for this position, this is x. For this position, this is x. Next again, x will become negative. So again it will, so here first what will happen, it will be higher value, no, equal to r. Then as it starts rotating, the value of x decreases. I'm showing that increasing and decreasing length of the line. You see that one. When the blue color arrow is along x-axis, so what is the length of the x will become equal to r. So as it starts rotating, the value of x decreases. Now it is having certain value. No, finally when theta 90, it will become 0, no, length of that x. Then again it starts becoming negative. Then again becomes maximum negative value. Then again decreases. So as that blue color arrow rotates, this particular horizontal length of the horizontal line, length of the base is going to change. So it will be like this. Now, what is the length of the, what is the value of x will become r. Now, what is value of x? Don't look at the dotted this one. So try to look at the. I think I should bring other circle. Let me draw it. Anyway, we have time. Yeah. This is 274, this upper diagram. Don't get confused. 90, 0 degrees, 180, 270. Let's, we are more bothered about so this is the reference line, we'll take it. So now we have to show that length of that. So for this, it will be value. Everything will come horizontal only, no? So here I'll show it. I'll be giving you better. So for when arrow is here, I think that there's a no. What is the value of x? X equal to r. Now when the arrow is here, so what is the value of x? X will become this is the x now. When arrow is here, what is the value of x? Will be 0. Now when it is here, x will be negative. Let me show that. Like this, you can measure, no? So that the x is measured. How is x measured? Along the horizontal. So what will happen to the value of x? Yes, it is also going to vary. So when the arrow is, when the line is along 0 degree, when along positive x-axis, then what is the value of x will become equal to r and r equal to 1. Then the value of x decreases. Now you can see x is less than r. Now what is the value of x? X will become 0. Now x will become negative. And along negative direction, it starts increasing. Now it will become minus r. Then from minus r, it decreases minus r by 8, also like r by 2, r by 3. Keep on decreases. Again, it will become 0. Again, it starts increasing. So look at the base of a triangle. The base of triangle is going to vary cosinusoidally. That's what we are trying to put. So here, if I draw the curve, it will be of this kind. This is the primary aspect of it. This is x. If you write it, I think everything is justified. So what is x or what is x equal to? So x equal to r cos theta equal to cos theta, where r equal to 1 unit. What is x here? What is x stand for? Base of a triangle. I'm interested to convey this much here, nothing else there. And theta is angle. Angle made by the line with reference line theta equal to 0 degrees. Or angle made by the hypotenuse with horizontal. Either way you can define. Okay, let me first angle it is. Okay, why the curve will be like this only, x equal to cos theta? There's a reason. Why equal to sin theta? The curve will be in this way. There's a reason. That x and y, as you rotate that particular vector or as you rotate that line, the x and y are varying. How do they vary? They vary with theta in this particular way. This is what we'll call as, this will give a one very good name, we'll call it as sine curve. This is called like a cosine curve. In general, if you just open book now, y equal to sine x, where x equal to in radians. Okay, how the curve will be? Okay, curve will be like this. X equal to pi by 2, sine will be in maximum. We do define like this. So why the curve will be like this only? This is the reason. Sir, you told x will be, x can be theta here. Okay, you're getting confusion. I'll write theta. That only I just drawn a little bit neatly here. This you write x equal to cos theta. Okay, fine. So why the sine curve will be like this? Why the cos curve will be like this? These values, we'll define it. +1. -1. +1. This will be -1. Sin theta, cos theta cannot be greater than 1. I think it's quite familiar, no? Very simple. X can be greater than R? Not possible. Are you able to understand this? The value of X, can it be greater than R? Not possible. That's what the meaning of that. Okay, these are for different angles. The value of sin theta, cos theta. It is what the triangle is there. So for different angles, sin 0 degrees, sin 0 will be 0, sin 30 will be 1/2, sin 45 1/√2, sin 60 √3/2, sin 91, sin 120 √3. This we will explore this. How come these values are? You take calculator, directly you get the values, or we have a method where I'll show this one. Cos theta equal to this one. Cos 0 will be 1. Cos 30 √3/2. Tan theta also we are able to define it. Then how sin theta, cos theta are related. Okay, look at this triangle. Pythagoras theorem, r square equal to x square plus y square. Then how you define sin theta? Opposite by hypotenuse. Cos theta adjacent by hypotenuse. Then let me substitute the value of x and y in this equation. So r cos theta, y is what? R sin theta. Then let me take r common, cos square theta plus sin square theta. Then this r square by r square will be 1. So therefore sin square theta plus cos square theta equal to 1. This is an identity. We'll call identity. Means some like a formula, trigonometric identity we'll call it, which will help us a lot in simplifying things. Then once you know sin square theta plus cos square theta equal to 1, sin theta equal to how much? Root of 1 minus cos square theta. Or cos theta, you can write it as root of 1 minus sin square theta. Then sin theta, we define it as y by r, cos theta as x by r. Let me take the ratio of sin theta by cos theta. Sin theta by cos theta will be y by r by x by r, or y by x. So how you define tan theta? Tan theta is opposite by adjacent. So in place of y by x, shall I write tan theta? So therefore, tan theta, what we can write? Ratio of sin theta by cos theta will be the tan theta. Reciprocal of cosine theta, we'll call that as cosecant theta. No, not this one. Reciprocal of sin theta will become cosecant theta. Reciprocal of cos theta will become secant theta. Reciprocal of tan theta, we'll call that as cos theta. Reciprocals. 1 by sin theta will be cosecant theta. 1 by cos theta, I'll call that as secant theta. Like this, the reciprocals also we are able to define it. Then all this, what all we discussed, right angle triangle. No? So what is it till now? If it's a right angle triangle, then what is the angle between? For a right angle triangle, what is the angle between the sides? So what is the relation between the sides and the angles is given by the sin theta and cos theta. Okay, this one. If it is not a right angle triangle, definitely it can happen. It's not that every triangle should be right angle triangle. Then we will bring a formula called as sine rule and a cosine rule. Of course, it is being derived in trigonometry. Well, I'm just directly presenting it here. So there's a triangle which is not a right angle triangle. You can see that it's not a right angle triangle. Let me define the sides A, B, and C, and I'll define these angles: alpha, beta plus gamma, alpha, beta, and gamma. How all these angles and sides are related? Then the sine rule, what it says, sine alpha by its opposite side. Sine alpha divided by the length of its, or the side which is opposite to this angle, is A, no? Sine alpha by A. Then sine beta by length of the side which is opposite to this angle, sine beta by small b. Sine gamma by C. Or cosine rule, what cosine rule says, like the C square. This is equal to A square, means the square of this side is equal to sum of the square of the other side, A square plus B square, negative of 2 times of the product of these two sides into angle between the cos of angle between these two sides. I think that's what the explanation is. Let me put in simple way. This C square is equal to, what is gamma? Angle between the other two sides. So A square plus B square minus 2AB, angle between the other two sides is what the gamma. Similarly, if you want B square, should be equal to A square plus C square minus 2AC cos of angle between other two sides, that is cos beta. Similarly, what is the length of this side A? Is equal to B square plus C square minus 2BC, angle between these two sides, that is alpha. So with a right angle triangle, we have sine theta, cos theta, tan theta. If it's not a right angle triangle, we'll come for sine or cosine rule. So there's one basic dealing with the trigonometry identities, what we have. Okay, we'll go for further. How the tan x curve will be. The tan x curve will be of x equal to 0. X will be in radian. So if you're getting confusion, I'll write theta. No. Theta equal to 0 will be 0. Tan of 90 degrees, it will be infinity. Then means as the value of theta increases, tan theta increases. And when theta equal to 90, it will become maximum. Then 110, or say 95 degrees, 98 degrees, 110. So again, it will start from this one. There'll be discontinuity will be there. Again, tan pi will be 0. Again at 3 pi by 2, tan theta will be infinity. So there'll be discontinuity. So this is about the tan curve. We'll go for the angles. Compound angles. Sine of A plus B, what it can be equal to. These are very important, which will help us a lot in to proceed further. So I could have written directly the expansion of sine of A plus B. It is there in the bottom. But how it has come is we are trying to explain using this one. So let me take this. There's a line OM. So there's a reference line. OX is a reference line for us. The line OM, it makes an angle A. What I'm doing is I'm rotating here now. So earlier the line OM was along x-axis. So I'll rotate it. Now this line OM will make an angle A with the reference line OX. Then afterwards, further I'll rotate it. Then this line, now it will make an angle B with the position OM. Now sine of A plus B, I'm trying to ask. Okay, definitely as you rotate, what will happen to the height of the triangle? It's going to vary. So sine of A plus B will become compound angle. So sine of A plus B, what it? Sine A we know. If you know OM, you can get the sine A. You know this angle A, and you know OM. So what is the height of triangle? As you know it. Similarly, if you know ON, then what is sine of A plus B? Is what we are trying to calculate here. Okay, let's do one thing. So I'll draw from a line PT perpendicular to OM and PR perpendicular to OX. And next further, the TS will become perpendicular to OX, and TQ, I'll draw perpendicular to PR. And we'll define this angle SOT will become equal to A. And similarly, OTQ, so that this will become, again, it should be equal to A. And this angle is how much? This will be perpendicular, no, 90 degrees. So 90 minus theta. So this should be equal to A. So then QPT, angle QPT should be equal to A. I think this is very important. Try to notice here. From the properties of triangle, we have defined this relationship. Okay, after defining all these things, okay, let's get into one by triangle. So let's go for the triangle ORP. I have shown separate here. In the triangle ORP. So what is the angle? It will be A plus B. What do you mean by compound angle? Sum of two or more angles is called as compound angle. Earlier, what we have seen, sine A we have defined. Now, sine of A plus B we are trying to define. So sine of A plus B, how much it is? So I have got a triangle here, ORP. Here, look at this triangle, ORP. Sine of A plus B, RP by O, RP by OP, opposite by hypotenuse. So what is RP? RP is here. So can we break up this RP as RQ plus QP from here, RQ plus QP, and OP as it is. And this RQ is parallel to TS, and both are of equal length. RQ equal to ST. So this RQ, we are replacing it as ST. Some changes, some replacement is being done. Then sine of A plus B, ST by ST plus QP by OP. Then ST by OP plus QP by OP. Let me divide and multiply by OT. This equation here. I'll divide and multiply by OT. Similarly, I'll divide and multiply by PT for this equation. This term, I'll divide and multiply by OT. This term, I'll divide and multiply by PT. Then ST by this, let me rearrange this. ST by OT is equal to OT by OP. Similarly, QP by PT, PT by OP. Okay, I have some terms. Let me define the other triangles. We have other triangles. Now first ST by OT. So here look at this triangle, OST, right angle triangle. I have brought it here. Some correction is there. Now look at this triangle. In this triangle, what is sine A? You write it as, or ST by OT. Sine A should be equal to ST by OT. So in place of ST by OT, I'll write it as sine A. Or no, sir, little bit confusion. Let me write it. Nearby the triangle, I'll write it. Sine A equal to ST by OT. Then look at this triangle. Here, this one. OTP. OTP. I just brought it here. Sine B is, so cos B. Cos B, you can write it as OT by OP. Cos B. So therefore, OT by OP is what? I'll write cos B. Then I'm asking you to get this triangle. TQP. This one. TQP. No. So anything Q it is, not O. I'll change the symbol. No. Sine here. QP by PT, that one. So this will be cos A equal to QP by PT. Cos A equal to QP by PT. So in place of QP by PT, I can write cos A. Then similarly, PT by OP. So PT by OP, which triangle? PT by OP. I think we have this triangle. Sine B is equal to PT by OP. with a green color, I'm trying to highlight nearby. Sign B, sorry. So finally, we ended up like this, the equation. Sine of A plus B is equal to sine A cos B plus cos A sin B. It is again identity. Not just like a formula. It is being derived using coordinate geometry with the help of triangles here. Now, please do learn, when you're learning, learn the reason, not just like mere going for the formula. Okay, similarly, what we can do is like a sine of A minus B, we can derive cos of A plus B. So cos A cos B minus sine A sin B. Then cos of A minus B, we can write it as cos A cos B plus sine A sin B. The expansion, again, the same mathematics is what you have to take help of. So I think it's not my job to explore all these things. So your math teacher will explain all this, how cos of A plus B is cos A cos B minus sin A B, like how we have brought a proof. No, similarly, we can explore all the proofs that you going to learn in the mathematics. So this is like a sine of A plus B formula, sine A cos B plus cos A sin B. Sine of A minus B, sine A cos B minus cos A sin B. Cos of A plus B, cos A cos B minus sin A sin B. Cos of A minus B is cos A cos B plus sin A sin B. These are the identities. You have to remember, very important. No, similarly, so tan of A plus B. We know tan theta, sin theta by cos theta. So I'll write sine of A plus B by cos of A plus B. Sine of A plus B, we have this expansion. Cos of A plus B, I have expansion. I think let me magnify. Yeah, you can. So cos of A plus B expansion, cos A cos B minus sin A sin B. I'll divide and multiply this by cos of cos A cos B. Here cos A cos B, here both numerator divide, both or divide and multiplied by cos A cos B. Numerator denominator, I'll multiply by cos A cos B here. Here it will come like this, cos A cos B, cos A cos B. Dividing and multiplying. Okay, this is the bracket term. Okay, can we rewrite that's in this form? Sin A cos B plus cos A sin B by cos A by B, cos both are same. Huh? This one. Let me rearrange this one. These things. Sin A cos B by cos A cos B. Cos A sin B by cos A cos B. I think this may not be needed. Unnecessary confusion for you. Sin A cos B, sin A cos B by cos A cos B. Cos A sin B by cos A cos B. Similarly, cos A cos B by cos A, this one here, cos A cos B by cos A cos B. Sin A sin B by cos A cos B. So these two will cancel out. Cos B cancels. Cos A get cancels. So sin A by cos A is what? Tan A. Sin B by cos B is tan B. Sin A by cos A is tan A. Yes, sin B by cos B is tan B. So tan A plus tan B, 1 minus tan A. So tan of A plus B is what we can write. Tan A plus tan B, 1 minus tan A tan B. This one more identity is what we have derived. Tan of A minus B. So again, similarly, you can proceed here. So tan of A minus B will be 1 minus tan A minus tan B by 1 plus tan A tan B. Here. This signs you. So how this is brought? Again, the procedure is same. So these are the trigonometric identities is what we have learned it. So we will So we'll stop the class here. Okay, kids, like today, I just gave the basic introduction to what is the trigonometry, what do you mean by sine theta, cos theta, and what is that curve sine theta, cos theta mean. Then afterwards, then we explored tan theta, then reciprocal sine theta, cosecant theta, secant theta, cot theta. They also we defined it. Then after we went for the deriving the identities like sine square theta plus cos square theta equal to 1, sine A plus B, sine A minus B, cos A plus B, cos A minus B, tan of A plus B, tan A minus B. These are the identities. So this is nothing but sine of compound angles or cos of compound angle or tan of compound angle. So how it will be expansion. Therefore, the equations we have brought it. I just shown the mathematics rather than, so don't go for like something like a blindly like sine of A plus B. Why it is, okay, we don't know. We have enough proof. Everything there is a mathematical analysis will be there. Sometimes in physics, okay, we'll just ask you to, okay, move forward. But in maths, you can't do like this. Each and every identity you have to prove. That's why I just shown the mathematics involved here. What is the meaning of that? Like y equal to sine theta. So what do you mean by that y? Y is the height of the triangle. As you rotate, the height will vary. How that height will vary with theta is what the sine graph. The meaning, these things are, these ideas like this are going to help us a lot in physics. Means in that triangle, as you vary theta, how that height of the triangle will vary with theta is what we have shown that graph, sine graph. That's the meaning of that. Like that, you, rather than something memorization, focus more on what is the essence of it. What does it mean? Why we are writing like this, the equation is what you have to put effort. This is what the basic maths we have to analyze of this kind, not like something all the formulas teacher will write and I'll remember, then where all it comes I'll use, because we should know how to, we should learn how to use them. That's what I'm trying to put in front of you. Okay, in the next class, we'll explore few more identities of the trigonometry. Okay, thank you all of you. Take care, kids. Bye, see you. Okay, thank you all of you. Take care.